Okay, y'all, this is part 3, day 2. Sorry I didn't get it all done in 2. As a matter of fact, on my day 1, I have redone my part 3, I don't know, 4 or 5 times. It's been, I don't know why I've struggled to get it to record right, but I have. And so some of the pieces I have made so many times, you just wouldn't even believe it. Alright, so on my flower pot, these are just flowers that I've cut out from punches and such. Just random size flowers. I mean, just whatever punches you have. Now, I have these on hand all the time. I didn't just punch these out today. So, I kind of want to look at my colors because this is going to go with this this pack that we've been making. And so, I want to kind of go with some colors that'll, you know, be nice. See, we have some, I don't know if I have any like teal colors. Some little ones. You know, some blues would be fine. Yeah, those would be nice. Let's see. Oh, look, I have some leaves. I mean, just, you know, whatever, you know, little flowers and leaves and stuff that you want to use would be lovely. You know what, I guess I could probably do, you know, a red and layer a blue up on top of it. And that would kind of take away from that, you know, bright red look. But that's okay. Let's see. I have all kind of colors in here. So, I think that purple's too much. Oh, here's another blue. Like I said, it doesn't matter if the flowers are, you know, all the same design or not. I'm telling you, y'all are going to just go nuts when y'all see how absolutely adorable that this turns out when we get them glued down. Y'all are really going to want to make these, like, soon. Okay, here's some more blues. I need some more pinks. I don't have very many pinks. And, you know, I tell you what, G also used, you know, like scraps of her decorated napkin paper to punch them out. Oh, my, those turned out so cute. So any of your little scrap pieces that you have, you know, little tiny scrap pieces, cut flowers out. I mean, really, it's unbelievable cute. Still looking for some more pinks, y'all. Let's see. Sorry about that. Oh, I don't have more pinks. I guess I've used them over time. And probably because I'm, you know, kind of in a half hurry to find these is why I'm struggling. Oh, that was special, wasn't it? Okay, whatever. Oh, look, those have some designs. Oh, look, there's another one. Alright, so let's start with that and see where we are. And, you know, I can grab more leaves too if I want to. You know, just whatever for filler. Now, if you have some cheesecloth, you know, some tulle, anything that we can put on the back, just kind of as fillers, because your flowers, you know, will not fill up every single space. And so it keeps it from looking, you know, bare on the end. I have some coffee dyed cheesecloth, but I also have some of this tulle that I think is beautiful, and I think it'll work great. So I just want to cut off some of that. I'm not measuring, you know, I'm just kind of, you know, grabbing what I think, you know, I might want or need. And let's see. I'm going to kind of bunch that up a little bit, so let's cut this off. I can always add more to it if I need to. I mean, at the beginning, you can't once you get your flowers down, obviously. Alright, let's, probably still a little bit big. And I'm not cutting any particular shape, I'm just kind of cutting, y'all. So, it, you know, it doesn't matter because I'm going to kind of scrunch this all up on here. Still too big. And did I ever overcut? Alright, let's go with that and see. Alright, so let's just get a little glue on here. You know what, I probably should have used a glue stick right there. Let's bunch all this up. Just kind of get it on there. You know, no particular rhyme or reason, just kind of get it down. if it'll stay. And mine is not wanting to stay. Yeah, I should have used a glue stick or Fabri-Tac or something. Hold on just a minute. Yeah, that is not going to stick. Yep. Okay. Good college try. Let's try some. Now that I've got that glue on there, I don't know that a glue stick would work so great. Okay, I'm just going to put a little thin layer of this on here. And that's the 3-in-1. And again, we're going to try to bunch this up. And since this sets up a whole lot faster, it's probably going to work out just fine. Of course, my hands will be a mess by the time this is over, playing in it. But oh, it was so funny, y'all. I went to use my phone earlier, and you know, you have to have your fingerprint or whatever. Well, mine is on the back, and so I was trying to get my phone to open, and I had so much glue and stuff on my finger, the phone wouldn't open. And I tried and tried. Well, then I tried my password, and it wouldn't open. And then it gave me a warning that if I tried again and it wasn't right, I was going to lock it up. So I had to go scrub my fingertips to try to get everything out of the little folds of my hand so I didn't lock my phone up. Okay, so now we're just going to take, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and use some 3-in-1 on this as well. I'm going to just randomly, you know what, that might, well, no, that'll work. Oh, let's give these some dimension. Do I have a little foamy piece somewhere? If y'all have a piece of foam or, you know, your stamping mat, something that has a little give to it, you know, you can use that to give your flowers a little dimension. Or, you know, you can just kind of wad them up, you know, and then unfold it. You know, and then your flowers have a little bit of dimension. I have no idea where my stamping mat is. So, you know what, I've got this. I'm going to take it and fold it in a couple of layers. Just some fabric here. And close up my pen. And I'm just going to take and mash these in the center. And just, you know, random flowers. You know, and you can do it fast, you can do it slow, you can, you know, you don't have to do it at all, just whatever. You can fussy cut flowers, that would be beautiful too. I mean, however you want to do it. But, you know, doing this, it just kind of gives it a little dimension, has them curl up just a bit. You know, you can fold leaves, like I said, you can crumble them up, undo them. I mean, there's just so many different ways that you can add some texture and dimension. You know, you can take the leaves separately and kind of squish them together like that. So that, or not the leaves, but the petals, you know, so that they have some more dimension. It depends on how much time you want to take with it, you know, to do it. And of course, the more time you spend, the better the effect is going to be. But for purposes of this, I'm just kind of quickly. And if you have a little ball tool, you know, that works great too. You know, you can even take your whatever tip you have, whether it be, you know, the end of your pen or whatever, when you mash that, then you can go back, I hope you can see this, and just kind of run, and this is really too thick. I need something just a little bit thinner. Alright, this is just a stylus, and I can run down my leaves like that, I mean my petals like that, and it gives them some character to them, and it folds them up. So, you know, just whatever you want to do to kind of, you know, dress your little flowers up, absolutely, you know, it all just, everything adds interest and dimension. So, you know, however you want to do it would be great. So, I'm going to start gluing some down. I can always, you know, push them in as I go. Okay, just a tiny little bit. Let's stick that one right there. And don't think about where you're putting them. Just put them somewhere. It doesn't really matter. It'll all come together, guaranteed. Now, this one just did not want to play right in the middle, so I'm just going to kind of wad it up and unfold it. Ooh, gosh, I hate when that glue does that, don't y'all? Alright, now I want to take, and because that is so big, I think I want to take and put that, oh, goodness. Oh, the volcano in there. And you want to stagger your petals so that they go between your first petals. You know, and I could keep building that flower up, you know, with small and smaller pieces if I wanted to, but I'm just not. You know, you want to kind of push that in. It makes those edges come up. You know, once it's dry, you can fluff them up some. You know, but just, you know, randomly go through and place your flower. Oh my goodness, the volcano. You know, randomly place them wherever. You know, that's a little big for what I want there. Let's, ooh, let's try this one. Yeah, that's cute. I'm going to wad that up a little bit. I didn't wad that other one. Oh, God, yo, I have 3-in-1 coming out everywhere. All right. So, again, we want to kind of stagger those petals a little bit. And I want you to kind of notice what I did to start with. Triangles. The human eye loves triangles. So, I started out kind of in a triangle. Although the flowers are going to be everywhere and overlap, this will help the human eye to enjoy this more. I don't know how to really explain it. Yeah, I'm not like the most talented artist in the world. I just know, you know, kind of what I've learned, and I've never really taught art. I'm going to put this where it's overlapping that. And just to take away from, and you know, my glue is everywhere, so I'm just kind of rubbing along the volcano portion. I think I want to just kind of stick that in there. And then let's put a red one on there. Maybe like this. That's a different kind of flower. All right. And maybe another little blue one right there. I mean, you just stick them where you want to. You can, you know, fill in with leaves, and I mean, just if you don't have leaves, you can cut some out, or you know, you don't have to put any. G actually used. Oh my goodness, what did I tell y'all to get or to use? Cheesecloth, and she dyed it green so that her background would be, you know, automatically filled up. And this is a little white for me back here, so I think I'm going to stick a couple more little pieces in there. I didn't think that white was going to be that kind of in your face, and I don't mind it some, but you know, I don't want a whole bunch of it. Let's do a little green flower right there. Let's stick another little leaf somewhere in here. If anybody knows why this 3-in-1 all of a sudden started volcanoing a couple months ago, please let me know. I mean, I just cannot figure it out and figure out how to get it to stop doing it. So maybe I'm just crazy, but I just can't. All right, let's stick a leaf right there. And let's get another flower. We don't have a blue one in that area. This was kind of in your face. So let's kind of squish it up a little bit. Oop. Can y'all see how this is really coming together nicely? I mean, it is just beautiful. Too close. Let's. Yeah, and you can go, you know, as far down on here as you want to. You know, I could have put some lace here to start with, and then it would have been hanging out below my flowers, which would have been so pretty. I just didn't think about it. Yeah, I need some more pink for real. I think I want to put a leaf over here. Just kind of cover up where I glued that little piece on so you can't see that little seam. Yeah, like that. That looks nice, doesn't it? And y'all, I'm just going to continue on with this. I know y'all don't want to, you know, just keep watching me do this over and over again. but I want to show you what I do once I get this all put together. Of course, don't forget to put your little journaling card in there. And remember that you can't attach this to your page. Otherwise, when you go to open this, it's going to bend all your flowers. You don't want to do that. So this needs to, you know, be clipped in or stuck in a pocket. So once I get all my flowers on there, then you can take some glitter glue, or you know, what have you, and drop a drop in the middle of each of those flowers to, you know, kind of bling it up a little bit. I brought along some little flat back pearls that I'm going to use. You know what, I should have plugged my glue gun in, but I forgot. You just put a little dot. And, you know, I don't want to do too many of these right now because, you know, we'll be adding more to it off camera. And in the end, you know, once we're done with this particular kit, you'll see the finished results. And so I'm just going to stick a little pearl in there. You know, you can use other bling if you want to. You can use, you know, little gold pieces. You know what, we can probably try to do that in just a minute. Just kind of alternate these a little bit. I forgot to put glue on that one. I mean, you can use whatever color bling you want to. You know, you can use gold, you can use silver, you can use pearls, you can use blue, you know, red, whatever color you want to. I'll try to grab, if I have some handy real quick. I do. Where's my scissors? Alright. Let me put another little dab in here. It's kind of drying up. Okay. You know, and do them randomly. You know, if you're using, two different kinds like I am, do them random. You know, no pattern. Just, you know, get them in there. Okay, well, that one flew somewhere. I don't know. Oh, there it is. You know, because, you know, there are so many flowers, you know, different shapes and sizes and colors, you're not going to notice. You're just simply not going to notice, you know, whether there's a pattern to anything. And besides, you want to stay away from even numbers, you know, no matter what. You always want things to be odd numbered. Let's just do one more little, do a little tiny one. Well, that didn't turn out to be so tiny after all. There we go. Well, nope, it is not tiny at all. All right. I'm going to stick the rest of that in there. Boy, I have a puddle and a half of glue right there, y'all. Seriously. I mean, the struggle is real. Okay. So, I'm going to stop right there because I don't want y'all to get really bored with this. And, of course, y'all can see how to do it. But you see how beautiful that's turning out? I mean, that is just absolutely awesome. Now, if you think your colors are too bright or that they're not going to go with your journal, don't put the bling on there. I mean, before you put the bling, take some gesso and just barely dry brush over it. I mean, use like a dry brush. People, of course, I don't have a big brush right here. People don't really understand dry brushing completely. I used to be an artist, and I painted a lot of things, and I used a dry brushing technique a lot. A dry brush really means a dry brush. If I were to dip this in the paint, I would take a separate towel or a piece of paper, whatever, and I would wipe this out until I really could not see much, if any, of the paint. So that is a true dry brush. In junk journaling, you're going to see a lot of people that kind of use a dry brush. They'll dip it in and they, kind of wipe it out, but then it leaves a lot. You can always add more, but you can't take it away. So I encourage you to go with the least amount possible, maybe even start out with a total dry brush. Now, trust me when I tell you, the color will build. Even if you don't see it on that first time, the next time you do it, it's going to build a little bit, and then it'll build a little bit more. Now, if you're heavy-handed, you definitely want a drier brush. Now, you can go a little bit lighter than a true dry brush, but try with a gentle hand. Of course, you don't want to use a brush this big. Try with a gentle hand. Like I said, you can always add more, but you certainly can't take it away. So, had I not added these bling, I would have said, you know what? I think these colors are going to be too bold for what I'm going to use it for. So, I am going to make another one because I want to use some more muted colors. And I could have gessoed my flowers before I glued them on. So, anyway, you could take, before you have any bling on there, and just lightly gesso those, until you get them muted down. And these colored flowers, trust me, will work. It doesn't matter how bright or how bold they are. You can mute them down by putting some gesso over them and then going over them with some distress ink. Once the gesso's dry, go over and it will mute those down and you can use them. But I'm telling you, this is absolutely going to be a thing of beauty. You're going to love these when you stick them in a pocket. How cute is that to hang over your pocket? I mean, how cute is that going to be? Look at there. And have some lace across here. That is so cute. So, I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope you enjoyed these 6 little projects that we did for day 2. I'm so excited to be featuring her designs. I just pray that, I'm honoring them and that, she will be pleased if she happens to see this. Okay, y'all, have a very blessed day. I look forward to seeing y'all tomorrow. Stay safe, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.